Welcome to episode 18 of And Whose Fault Is That? RAMen Recipes, stirring up memory leaks and meals. Phil, how's it going?
Ooh, this evening.
It's going. You want to say that again? It's going well?
It's going well. Why? Is
it
not loud enough?
You muted.
You had me muted. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh yeah, no, I am well. I was gonna say I see you have your furry baby
My furry
on your
baby.
lap.
Always
It's
crying.
become. I love how it's become like a staple now, where he's just like, nope, this is where I live. I hang out on your lap here.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
See, like that's the problem with Indy. Like he couldn't. There is no. I mean, on the couch and stuff, absolutely. But a lapdog like curl up and just kind of chill with you, not a thing. Heather's two Shih Tzus will totally just be like, yeah, no problem, wherever you want to put me.
But that's the thing. We had no idea this dog was 50% Shih Tzu.
Is he?
Yes. We had no
so
idea.
Many things are explained.
So many things are explained. So we thought he was Cairn Terrier, right? The dog Toto from Wizard of Oz and Chihuahua.
Sure.
But he's not.
Sure.
He's 50% Chihuahua and like 39% Shih Tzu. And sprinkled with a bunch of... He's 13 combined breeds. And his hair, because he has the gene from a Bichon Frisé. So obviously that's why he's all like scruffed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, mix. Yeah, mix. You hear me?
With the human
dog
face.
Salad.
Like, it's funny because I remember once upon a time seeing some Instagram clip of like a dog person and Shih Tzus. And they're like, terrible dogs. Will not alert, won't do this, won't do that, won't do this. We're literally bred for companionship, and they're like, we do that the best.
Aww.
Like can't, will not hurt anything, will not hunt anything, will not alert, will not defend you, but we love you very well.
Opposite with him. I think it's the Chihuahua in him. He's very high alert. Anybody walking, he'll stick he's learned to stick his snout between the blinds. So he'll start like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, calm down. And then I'll have to go up to him and be like, relax. It's nobody. And then he'll be like, woof. I don't care. Keep it to yourself. Stop screaming at people.
I mean, and then, and I love how it's genetic too, because you say that with the Chihuahua, like it's a genetic weird thing. Because same thing with Corgis, like he has behavior patterns that I can literally trace to like every Corgi I see on Instagram. They're like, yep, a leaf fell off a tree 6 counties away. Like, okay. But it's the weird, like, what's it called? I've had friends, if we're like out and about. Okay, if Mila comes home from school, it is like a complete like just debacle here. There's barking, there's nothing. If I come home, he's like he's defending her honor.
Oh, really?
If I come home alone, cannot be bothered. Like, if no one's home and he's asleep in like a room somewhere,
he's like,
I will be calling him for like 10 minutes. I remember a little while ago, like we were out somewhere, and I asked a friend to walk him, and I get this text later. They're like, so couldn't find him. I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, so it took us 10 minutes to find him. He was sleeping underneath Mila's bed. And we're like, what? Like, did not care. There's like 6 people in the house calling his name. Couldn't be fucked.
I'm sleeping
to get
here
out of
in spite of your calling me.
And then and then like crawled out and was like, oh, you people. I was like, this is like your second family. When we went to Poland like a bunch of years ago, like I left him with them for like 6 weeks. He pretty much moved in. It's like a second family.
Ridiculous.
But nope, so ridiculous. Like, can't be bothered.
The only thing,
but God, if a leaf falls off a tree in another county, oh my God, all the world collapses.
If a tree falls in a forest, Indy's like, definitely. Does it make a sound? Yeah. Yes, and Indy heard it.
Yeah, and I heard it.
Yeah, I didn't.
And I must alert you immediately to it.
I didn't.
But
count for
speaking of alerting people to things, so did I ever mention a while back how one of my computer downstairs has like annoying memory leaks and I constantly have to reboot it? I didn't. Okay. So not constantly. We'll just say once every 3 or 4 days.
No, you
like
did
I
not.
know what app is running in the background, And once every 3 or 4 days, if I open up Task Manager, she's hovering at like 98%. And I'm like,
Ooh.
time to go. And so I decide, I'm like, okay, hold on. So this is probably about 3 weeks ago. I'm like, you know what? We're going to solve this problem in the only way I know how. Give it more room to breathe. Memory can't be that expensive, and it's not. Not really. It's not a brand new computer. I mean, that thing is 5 years old, 4 years old, something like
Okay,
that.
okay.
So I mean, it's a Core i5. It has, it suffices. But
But
it
she's
only I think I only
struggling.
bought yeah, but I only bought it. I had bought it. I think it had 16 gigs of RAM, and the motherboard will take 64. So
Okay.
I'm like, all right,
Why
how
not?
much is it going to cost me? $98 of I can't remember, maybe Patriot. So not like top of the line, like we're not doing with like crazy like, you know, blazing fast memory, but I'm like, let's go with, I don't want bottom of the barrel, like unknown brand, but I'm like, I know Patriot. Let's buy some Patriots.
It's $100. Like,
Yeah,
if
no,
it
I'm like
buys
done and
another
done.
year,
So
it's not bad.
yeah, four sticks of 16. So I slapped them all in, and now this was funny because now it's like I'm in this lovely conundrum that just involves me going down there and spending some time because I think I had also mentioned a couple weeks ago on an episode that I had found a bunch of videos and I was converting them with Handbrake
Yes.
to upload them to Google, and I realized that for whatever reason, when you start taxing the memory, it would just reboot itself. And I'm like, well, that's annoying. But the only thing I've changed is the memory. So let's back this out. So we put in 2 sticks. So now we're down to 32. And it no longer crashes. So I'm like, okay, well, that's
Okay.
weird. So I pulled out the other two and put the other two in. And we're now like a week in. And I've stress tested this by like, I've just thrown stuff at Handbrake. I have let the memory get up to 99%. Doesn't matter. She will not crash. So now I'm like at this terrible, terrible conundrum of like, now I'm going to have to move them to slots 2 and 4. And I have a sneaking suspicion it's the slots that are broken.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel
because
like
I
this
was
is
going to
some
say, did
sort
you
of.
get bad memory? But that doesn't make sense.
No, but that's what I mean. I swapped. So I was like, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. I'm like, oh, God bless. Please tell me I have a bad memory stick. So just slots 1 and 3. Let's start with that. You ran 2 sticks, maxed them out. Press, just I Handbrake converted the VHS videos like 8 gigs at a pop. I was just like, here, fill the queue. I want you to
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
work till you're purple. And that didn't do anything. I kept doing it. And so I'm like, okay, this is bad news. So I'm like, okay, now I'm going to move to slots 2 and 4. And if it starts immediately crashing, I'm going to cry because that means I'm just going to have to buy a new motherboard because this one's like 5 years old.
Yeah.
But that rabbit hole, it turns into this whole like, well, but I'm already here. Why don't I just go ahead and do this? So,
I know. That's why I'm not opening mine. I'm just waiting for it to melt. Sometimes it makes pretty
yeah.
sick JFK airport sounds, but let's not look. I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
God, yeah. It's
And I don't know if
definitely.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but during my little my Handbrake things, I discovered that if I put it through my NVIDIA 1080 or 1060, whatever it is. So on the CPU, let's say an 8 gig, I don't even know what it is. It's like a DV file from a mini DV tape. It will convert in like 7 minutes just using the CPU. If I change Handbrake to do that same conversion using the GPU of like a 5-year-old NVIDIA video card, it's not a lot. I think it's a 1060 with 6 gigs of RAM, maybe 8, whatever it is. It's under 2 minutes.
No way.
I'm like, what? Hold on.
No shit.
I was like, what is happening here? What do you mean? And it's funny because I'm watching Resource Monitor too, where it will peg the CPU, and I'm like, look at you. Holy crap. Was not expecting that.
Okay. Cool
So,
then.
but yeah, my memory leaks. Yeah, but at this point I've just because I'm like, okay, listen, for what you do down there, serving up my Plex videos and filling up your RAM, nobody cares. Like the moving from 16 to 32 just bought me an extra week and a half.
Okay.
So I'm like, eh, okay. Not that I can live with this, but you know, it's like that whole, shoemaker has no shoes. Like I am in the IT business, but God help me, like my stuff is so broke.
Yeah, yeah, it's like the mechanic that fixes his car last kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you
Like,
just
no, 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 this is fine. It's a very black box with a monitor and it does things in the background. So,
it'll hang in there.
yeah.
It'll hang in there.
I mean, have you upgraded I mean, like yours is of age as well, or I don't know, have you
Mine,
upgraded
I
it
mean,
back?
honestly, like it's gonna pop up in front because now I'm just screen capturing. But here, let me give you a rundown of what I got going on here because I am due, not super due, but due. So my motherboard, I know is she could definitely use an upgrade, but my processor is an i7 9700,
Okay.
and it's got like 3 gigahertz, 8 CPUs kind of thing. But I have
Yeah.
32 gigs of RAM. That's
Yeah.
fine. I wouldn't mind going to like 64 or whatever, but I really don't care. I know that my motherboard needs help, and I know that I need to update the CPU. And I don't care about my graphics card. I don't feel like my graphics card is a problem because it's
Are
2080
you
Ti.
Yeah, yeah. Are you I mean, are you gaming on that or are you gaming on an Xbox still or
Oh, I haven't
I
touched
forget.
Xbox in a very long time. I'm this is the first, I'm sorry to have forsaken you, Microsoft. But this is the first console I don't purchase. I don't have the new system. I have an old 6-year-old console that I don't care to.
Okay, I was going to say, so what's the new one? The X?
One, yeah,
No,
1X.
the 1X? Okay. I think
Yeah.
Heather's son has one that he got himself for Christmas a couple years ago.
Yeah, it looks like a fridge basically.
Yes, very vertical. Looks like a Verizon modem.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, yeah, that's the new
They're
one.
like,
I have an
really? We're doing
old,
vertical now?
yeah, I just have an Xbox One,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's an old like launch edition, Scorpio edition that I
Okay.
used to get all the launch editions, and that's it.
Okay, so that's the one that yeah, when once upon a four score and 7 years ago, we used to play Battlefield 1 with
That was the one.
on. Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
That's the
You
one.
used to yell at me for playing on Wi-Fi. You're like, plug into Ethernet, you animal.
You know, it's amazing that you still have to yell at people for that. Jake's got someone he's got to yell at all the time because he plays Rocket League on a wireless connection. It's like, and the worst part is that Rocket League is just infamous for having the absolute shittiest connection.
Yeah.
And it's like you're just making it worse with Wi-Fi.
Wait, wait. Rocket League the one with the cars
Yeah,
where we used to play soccer with that one? Yes, yes, we did play that once upon a time too. That was a dumpster fire too. That was some fun times with.
but that is fun though
I don't,
because especially
that
when
was
you,
just complete just mayhem with strangers. But it
yeah,
was yeah.
yeah, I refer to it for anybody that can't get a sense of how to play Rocket League. I break it down to them by calling it like taxi curling because you have no idea. Like you're
Taxi
just,
girl.
yeah, like you're just kind of like hoping you hit it and you hope for the best. You have no direction. There's yeah, but I don't know. I gotta upgrade stuff, and I kind of I wanted to I wanted to go get that old chip, like the older gen MacBook. I still have it in my
Oh,
head.
like the M1. Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I had mentioned at some point when we were chatting that that I use the super lazy feature of copying and pasting from the phone to the MacBook and back and forth, and
That
your eyes
I was
widen.
telling him that
Yeah,
a couple
I'm
days
like,
ago,
that's
Jake.
just not fair.
That's what
I know.
sold me too. So I was already convinced. I was like, when I have the extra cash, I'll just invest in it. It'll help with video editing and stuff like that. And then you were like, yeah, I just drag my text messages, and I was just like, what? You know how many things I gotta like copy pasta to myself because I have to send them to people? I could just drag and drop things. I
Uh
remember
huh.
telling
No,
that
I mean,
to Jake. I was
yeah,
like, I'm just obsessed with this idea. And it makes sense because iMessage and Apple and blah blah blah, and it's all part of the
yeah,
same freaking orchard
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's all part of the same orchard. But
Yeah.
yeah, like it's literally like I control or command C on the keyboard, and then I just open up whatever I'm at and just long tap, paste,
Mm.
and it just boop.
You know,
Um,
I use Slack mostly for just messaging myself.
just messaging yourself, like note to self.
Yeah.
Um, the what's it called? And that's how I was gonna say. I don't know if you use it, but there's an app that one of my other podcasts turned me on to called Drafts, and I don't pay for it. I only have the used free version, but it is just a perpetual. For me, it ends up being like a perpetual, like easy to capture notes document. So I will write if I have to write a long text message or whatever, I'll
Mm-hmm.
write it in Drafts because you can just copy straight out of Drafts and just write into whatever text message. Then, sorry, excuse me, um,
Okay.
hiccuping there. So I don't know, but
Yeah, you
it's
can do
and
that
then
with
it ends up
notes, though.
you can do that with notes, but it's actually less. I don't know. The way Drafts is, you open Drafts, it opens to a blank page the second you open it. So
Okay, so there's no like
there is no
select,
file in
create
new.
new. Okay, okay, got it.
Nope. It literally every time you open the app, it does it
It's more
on the
intuitive.
watch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit more intuitive. On the watch, it literally just has a microphone button. So you literally go you can hit plus and start one, but you can also hit the microphone and just start talking
Mm-hmm.
and it will just so I use it for a lot of brain dump like if I'm like out and about and it's like crap, I should make a note to myself that I need later. I'll just open up the watch and hit the drafts microphone and just be like, when I get home, think about this thing that I wrote down in my head and think about this. So, I'll just
I usually end up
verbal.
doing like, "Hey Siri, remind me about XYZ because it's really important," or blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and then I'll just leave it like that,
Yeah.
and then I'll have it in my reminders because if I say make a
Yes.
note, it'll fuck it up.
Yeah. I mean, in this case, it's not
Okay,
necessarily
I've
a
added
note
that to
slash
the
a
list.
reminder. It's a yeah, she's like, oh, hey dingus, let me go ahead and screw your life up. Um, but mine is more about like if I have a thought that I want to get out of my head, like go look something up regarding this, and it's more long form. Otherwise, yes, 100%. I use that all the time where I'm like, hey, dingus, when I get home, when I get to the Home Depot, when I get to the grocery store, when I get to Heather's, remind me to do A, B, or C. I geolocation is great.
Does that
That's
help?
kind of my favorite. It does because it'll ding when I get there, or I'll tell
I've
her in an
never
hour.
used that in
Yeah,
that
I've used
sense. Maybe
a
because
lot of
I'm
people use it.
first sorry, maybe it's because I'm kind of paranoid about turning the location on for literally anything. It's like, do you want to
Yeah.
recognize location? I'm like, no, but I don't know why.
Yeah, it does work. I don't know. I don't think I haven't leveraged it for like groceries. I know that there's a app called Obsidian. No, is it Obsidian? What the hell is it called? There's a whole like organizational system. I don't think it's Obsidian. I can't remember what it's called now. Obsidian is a note taking app that I
I
remember,
would
but
look it up, but dog.
yeah, no, that's fine. Like I said, yeah, Obsidian is a note app. There's another one, and I'm trying to remember what the heck it is. If I remember, I'll give it to you to put in show notes. But the point of it is that it is a large task tracking, David Allen getting things done, structured kind of thing. But one of the great things is that you can build. And I know like a couple of my podcasters talk about this, about how you can build entire lists based on location. So you're
Okay.
like, oh, hey, if you see me at a Walgreens, you should alert me to get these 7 things. So they're very opportunistic like notes, but the app ain't free. And you literally have to adopt a new way of working in your life, which is extensive. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, no, that's fine. Hey, dingus, when I get to the Home Depot, remind me to get tile. It's usually about as far as we get.
So you have all your location services turned on, like.
For the phone, yes. I don't not I am more picky about what apps know my location,
Mm-hmm.
but for the phone itself, like for iOS to know where I'm at, yeah, I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
That one I have turned on because there's too many things. I mean, because I have a couple people in my like family circle, so I do share my location with Mila, and she shares her with mine and things like that. So it comes with the territory. Yeah.
Hmm.
So you can tag and release one's children. Could put air tags on the dog.
I know, I saw that. I saw that, and just the fact that like phonetic cue makes them look up and go like, "Oh, there's a TREAT coming for me. Where let me find my dad."
Yeah. So, but speaking of food,
Mm.
so we went on an adventure. I think I had sent you some things from wandering around this weekend.
No.
I didn't. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to go back and send them to you. But we went up to New Jersey. We went to go see that statue that I talked,
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
awakening
yeah.
statue.
Okay.
So we ended up in there's a flea market, not a flea market, one of the antique marts over there that we've hit before. It's this adorable, quaint town. And Heather found on the shelf, I'll hold it up to the camera for everyone to see, the Betty Crocker's Dinner for Two, circa 1958.
425.
First edition. Yep. This is amazing. I was sitting here making fun with Mila the other day because it has some of the greatest recipes that I have ever seen.
Please tell me
And I
there's
show.
potato salad with raisins in there.
Oh no, there's absolutely potato salad with raisins in here. But then there's things like where is it? It's like there's just so many great ones where it says where is it? There's just like I was dying laughing because it'll be like fluffy wild rice. And literally it's one sentence and it just boils down to just go buy it at the store.
What?
Yeah, it's like there's definitely like extensive like, you know, what's it called? Rhubarb pie, and it'll tell you like go get a or a pie crust and get some sugar and get some gold medal flour and do these things and do these things. And then there'll be some recipes that literally just consist of in order to make the thing, go to the store and buy it. You're like, okay, thanks.
Thanks, Miss Crocker.
Yeah, this is truly great. It has I should let me just it has this is the table of contents, which is just all on its own. We have American favorites, seasonal specials, regional meals,
Mm.
which are set up to like northeast, southeast, midwest, southwest, northwest.
Okay.
And there's very specific things. Um we have Pennywise dinners,
I hear you.
good and easy dinners, uh, outdoor dinners. A lot of grilling in the outdoor dinners. Where did the camera go?
It's me. I'm here. I'm here. I had to
Have you
take
been
my camera
disconnected?
off a second. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. You're good. Okay. For a second there, I'm like, ah? Okay. Um, special occasion dinners for two.
Mm-hmm.
What every cook needs to know. Marketing. Where
Marketing?
is it? Marketing. And then we get when company comes has a whole section. And my favorite in this, dinners from foreign lands. And
Please.
the dinners from foreign lands is hilarious because it is circa 1958 racist. So Chinese and Japanese and I forget what else. Oh, let me see if I can find it. There is no distinction whatsoever between the foreign land section. So Italy, oh, you're gonna love this. Ready? So we have Italy's choice of we have garlic dressing, and it just says prepare a double recipe of French dressing American style just before serving. Mix in 1 clove of garlic. That is the garlic.
I'm sorry.
That is
what? The
Italian
dressing is French dressing with garlic.
Yes.
Okay, Betty. All right. You want to catch some hands? I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The other two recipes on this page are pizza, which is very involved. It's like warm water, active dry yeast, Bisquick, chopped onion, garlic, tomato sauce. Like it's like, oh, here we go. There's no pepperoni because this is 1958. And I say 1958 because there is actually on the inside cover, it says Shirley Horvath
Oh,
1258.
that's my friend's
So this
last
was
name.
surely,
Okay.
is it? Maybe she's related. But
Might
then
be.
it's like, we would like a 1 cup of chopped salami or 2 cans of anchovies, salt and pepper, grated mozzarella, oregano to taste. But the recipe directly to the right of it is not just pizza, it's quick individual pizzas. And you're like, really? This is where we're going? Okay. These are your only 2 Italian recipes, pizza and quick pizza.
And also, I believe I asked her every time I come across the last name Horvath, she tells me it's basically like Smith. Shut up and
Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
asking me about these names. um,
Yeah.
I'm
But
disappointed.
yeah, it's truly something to behold in here. They do have a bunch of, like, I don't know why the Nordic lands. We have Norway, Denmark, and Sweden all get their own sections. God help us why.
Hmm.
Mexico, Russia gets its own section. India gets its own section, but has only 2 recipes: brown rice and
What
lamb
the
curry.
hell is there for the Russia? Commie cutlets? Like, what are we? What
Oh
is
no,
there?
no, it's let me. Oh yeah, let me back here. Russia, beef stroganoff, borscht, Russian dressing, which is a 1/4 cup. Oh, this one actually has
French
a
dressing
crab.
with.
Yeah, French dressing with mayonnaise.
Okay. Okay.
um, yeah, a red fruit juice dessert. I just love it. It's just like, go get frozen raspberries.
Red
Okay.
fruit juice dessert. Take
Yeah.
crayon, melt it, melt in
Yeah.
pot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so great. India, and then we've got, where's the China one? Because this one's, like I said, I always get a kick out of those where I'm like, what why are these all the same
1952
recipes?
China. What are they gonna say?
Yeah. Yeah, so let's see here. Where is it? It's France,
I'm so scared to
Germany,
even hear this.
Italy, yeah, England, yeah, China. Chicken chow mein,
Mm-hmm.
pork and veal chow mein, which is just the refer to recipe above and replace with pork
Yeah, yeah.
or
This is
or
very
veal.
yeah.
Uh, Mandarin orange sections. Ready? Buy 2 11-ounce cans of small orange sections. Serves 4. Like, getting right to the point there, Betty.
What a
Yeah.
disaster.
And then we've got Chinese almond cakes, which are flour, shortening, salt, sugar, almond extract, yolk, water. I mean, it's, Japan, sukiyaki, fluffy white rice. Those are the only 2. Yeah.
Not to be
Oh,
confused with the fluffy white rice from the first
yeah.
chapter.
No, exactly. Fortune cookies. I didn't notice this one before. Make one half of the recipe of snickerdoodles. Write fortunes on little strip. Fortunes is in quotes. Not sure why. And then write fortunes on little strips of paper and stick them into the cookies in the last couple of minutes. Snickerdoodles? Really? Recipe for snickerdoodles on page 33. Shove paper in them. Doesn't sound like. But why is the fortune cookies on the Japan page?
I was okay.
Are
Aside
fortune
from
cookies
the
Japanese?
obviously fucking uneducated racist portion of these
Mm-hmm.
books, it's
Yeah.
kind of like today's version of, kitchen hacks. Oh, you want to
Yes.
make these types of cookies? Just make these ones,
Yeah.
but shove paper in them. You know?
Yeah. The other one in here that Mila and I got a kick out of was the fruit punch recipe, which is in the Hawaii section. It's their prominent recipe, fruit punch.
Mm-hmm.
1 cup of orange juice, 1 cup of pineapple, half a cup of lemon, half a cup of maraschino cherry juice, and ginger ale. The ginger ale is not specified in quantity. I just assume it's to taste. And we read this, we're like, I think I want to go make some fruit punch because that sounds kind of fun.
It would be so flat. What's the point?
I know. What's the point? A little bit of ginger ale.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one always kills me. It's just like the recipes where we're going through here, where like they literally just say, "Go to the store and buy it." You're like, okay, way to kitchen hack it. So the joke here is that Heather and I were like, when we saw this, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna, like, next time we do dinner night, I'm literally gonna pull from this pull from this book, something. And it also came with the Bisquick cookbook, which is literally 101 ways to use Bisquick to make things you will tolerate
I would
in your mouth.
rather have that. At least I know I'm just
Waffles,
using one
pancakes,
thing.
muffins. Yeah, it's like it's got hot breads, chicken pot pie, salmon rabbit pie. Salmon rabbit pie.
What the
Do you
hell?
actually have to salmon? Okay, 1 can of salmon drained,
Uh,
cooked peas. Yeah, there's no rabbit in
but
this.
how do you
Liars.
want, like, how is the salmon cooked though?
Yeah, I know. It's like thoroughly or just not raw. Yeah, but yeah. So this was great. But this leads me to when we were there in this neck of the woods. There's a diner we frequent. Well, I say frequent. We've been there twice, but we really like it, and we'll totally go back over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and on their specials list was a lemon chicken with rice soup,
Oh God, that sounds so good.
and it was absolutely amazing to the point where I kept
Mm.
tasting it and memorizing the taste because I'm like, I'm going home and I'm going to make this. And I did. And other than I keep running into this problem when I make soups where the where was it that I made? I made Italian wedding soup.
Okay.
It came it comes out amazing. I found a recipe that I will like take to my grave. It is so good. Like this is like I don't know where I found it. So easy to make. Comes out perfect every time. Cannot screw it up. Except it tells you to use like a full cup of the like little pearl pasta. I can't remember what they're called. I'd have to look them up.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it tells you to use a full cup. So when I did that the last time, it literally became like popcorn.
Yeah, pastina
Where
really gets
yeah,
big.
I'm like boom. Yeah, you're like so then the next time I made it, I was like, listen, I'm gonna cut this in half. I cut it in half. It still was like boom, like just expandable foam insulation inside my soup.
Mm.
Don't get me wrong, it is delicious, but boy does it. So I'm like in the recipe for the chicken, the lemon chicken with rice soup, they say you can use, and I should have known from the Italian wedding soup. It's like no, just use 2/3 of a cup of risotto.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
I know, Jesus, it's like taking up the like, and I love it because I look in the fridge and it gets worse the longer it sits in
Of
the Tupperware.
course, yeah.
It just keeps swelling until the
No, no, no.
Tupperware bursts.
You
So I'm
do
like, I swear to
have you do have the easiest, like, okay, so from just an explanation side, the pastina, the little tiny
yeah,
balls, they
yeah,
swell, but they're smaller than aci di pepe, which look like watermelon seeds. Those are also, they look really thin, but they get pretty chunky too.
yeah,
And then there's the ones that look like busted spaghetti. There's multiple names for them.
yeah.
Those are probably like, you can toggle between the two if you're worried about like swelling and how much space it
Yeah.
takes and stuff. So those busted like Campbell's soup noodle size, those are not bad. But
Hmm.
risotto or any rice, like,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Hey, stop. Okay.
But it turned out amazing and just it wasn't really that complicated. In fact, the recipe that I found for the lemon and chicken rice actually was like, no, while you're peeling all your vegetables, just make your own chicken stock with it. And it turned out, yeah, like I will make this soup repeatedly now. So
Must
yeah,
share
but I
recipe.
wanted to talk about it doesn't happen often, but there's definitely like sit in a restaurant, eat something, and immediate like it very quickly becomes I need to have more of this now. I'm gonna go home and figure out how I'm making this.
Hmm.
I don't know. Ever have anything like that where you ate in a restaurant? You're like, no, I need to bring this home because
So,
coming here is not sustainable.
for some weird reason, there was an incredible Italian restaurant when I lived in Michigan, and
Hmm.
this town like really had nothing else going for it. Like even the bowling was closed most of the time. But for some
Yeah.
reason, they opened this restaurant called Artas, and they had like this incredible like mushroom soup that was just
Mm.
like, I remember he took a bite of it because he's very like into eating like mushroom meals, and I'm like, I like him, but I don't volunteer for them. And so he has a soup of it, like a bite of it, and he's like, "Oh my God, you have to try this." And then I take a bite, and I'm like, "Oh my God, it's the best thing I've ever tasted." The sad part is that we went back for like an anniversary or something, and they just couldn't replicate it. So I don't know, did we have like the bad batch or did we get the good batch and it didn't taste as good? And so
Yeah.
that specific combination of things, and I don't think we'll ever taste any type of mushroom soup like that ever again. It's difficult though because I have a very strong sense of smell. And so if you screw up even the slightest ingredient, I'm going to call it out in what I'm eating. I'll be like,
Yeah.
this is really good, but it has too much XYZ.
Yeah. Yeah, Jake's in the chat like, oh my god, that soup was insane.
Yeah. Oh my God, that soup was insane the first time. Yeah, exactly. And then you're going to give them FOD? Okay, thank you. So, that, and we went to this place here nearby. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I told you about this, right? Oh, this was on one of our previous channels where we were pretty excited for the holidays to just go and have dinner because we didn't know what to get each other. And so we went to this place called Joseph's Steakhouse. And the first time that I went there, he was obsessed with the piece of meat that he got, whatever cut he got, whatever sides, the accoutrements. He was like all about it. I was like, holy shit, this piece of salmon is like mind blowing. I love it. I don't know if you've noticed the pattern. I eat a lot of fish when I go to restaurants. Oh, yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
No one asked me how to cook it.
Nobody asked me how to cook it. They were already trained. And so, really good. Just really, really good. And then when we went back, same thing. Completely not the same experience. It was really disappointing to go there for the holidays. And that was our gift to each other. So it just totally ended up falling short. And we were like, but that soup, man. That soup was just something else. Oh, and the tiramisu at Arta's in Michigan. I literally cried and I called my mom. Because of the tiramisu. Because it tasted just like my mom's tiramisu. I literally sat at the table and I cried and I'm like, it tastes just like my mom's. And then I had to call my mom. And then I had to talk to the chef. Yeah.
My mom wants to talk to you. Here.
No, it was just me. I was just like, Ma. It was something along the lines of like, I love you. I just had a piece of tiramisu. It tasted just like the one that you make. And blah, blah, blah. And then it was like, oh, I miss you. And I'm like, I miss you too. Blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, let me talk to the chef. And then the chef comes and I was like, this was amazing. And he's like, oh, I'm good. And I'm like, never had it again. That was just that's
oh god. I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous one that like we went to our usual like barbecue place in New Jersey, and did I ever tell you about this and how we discovered that the barbecue master had like quit in a fit of rage?
No.
I can't.
Oh, you did. This was months ago.
That was months ago. Yeah, just that's what it reminds me when you're like that. When you're like, we went there once and it was great. Went the second time, and so it just reminds me of that time where we went like expecting our favorite barbecue, and they're like, "Why is this so fatty? Why is this so weird? Why is all the sides different?" And the old lady next to us, Todd quit. What? What do you mean Todd quit? Who let Todd quit?
I'm trying to find this place also.
Yeah.
That I went a couple times. I think I had gone there with an ex as well or something like that. And it was pizza in Philly. But I don't know if this place is still open. And I don't remember where it was. And it has a specific name. And I'm sure that if I see it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that was the place. It had one of those like very like tattoo barber, you can't tell, you know, those like men with the handlebar mustaches kind of thing. It was very it was a very unique. They had great pizza, fantastic pizza. Like that's another case. That's the second time in my life, including Arta's, that is the first time to total 2 times in all, which include Arta's, where I went and talked directly to the cook. Because I was like, who made this pizza? And the girl's like, we have our chef in the back, blah, blah. I was like, I need to talk to them. She was like, why? I was like, just let me talk to the freaking chef. And I got up and I walked to the chef and I was like, this pizza tastes like pizza from Italy. You should be really proud of this pizza. And she was like,
yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, yeah. So just letting you know, I don't do this for everybody. God damn it. You better keep making it like this. But yeah, I don't remember what it's called. I'm trying to find it, but who knows? Maybe it's closed now.
Yeah.
You know, COVID.
Yeah, it's so disappointing because a lot of places did just kind of like fall off the face of the earth during COVID because, you know, they were doing okay, but when customers come down to zero overnight, how do you
Oh yeah, this
how do
place
you
was
cope?
bopping though.
Yeah.
It would suck, but I wouldn't put it past them that they
Yeah.
could have closed
There was
because
a lot of places that I was shocked that didn't make it that I figured that would. But one place that we actually went to a little bit ago earlier in the month that amused the hell out of me was this dim sum place that
oh yeah.
the last time we were there they didn't have them, but then this time we were there and they did, which was robots. They have robots with cat faces on them that come and deliver your food, and it is freaking adorable.
Did you
Heather was very skeptical. I'm like, no, no, these are the greatest thing ever.
did
I want more
you
robots bringing my food.
did you I remember you telling me about that and it was a good experience. Did you ever end up ordering the clearly Canadian?
No, I it's on my shopping list. I gotta remember. I
When
have
you walk
reasons to
into a
go.
what geolocation
Cost,
holds
yeah, cost.
your taste buds
It's actually
hostage?
I'm always in that plaza because the Home Depot's there. There's a Cost Plus World Market, and they
Oh,
have it.
perfect. They will have
Yeah,
it.
so I just need to. They'll have it, and I just need to. Maybe I should put that on my to do list for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like I need to
it's
roll over
just
there,
I
pick up some
recommend
clearly
raspberry.
Canadian.
I don't know
Yeah.
how much you're into different fruit
No, no, raspberry.
stunted
Yeah, yeah.
things, but
All the flavors there seemed interesting. So yeah, I just need to make it a point to go over there. There's something else that I want that I saw on the list. Can't remember what it was. There's something that popped into my head was like, oh, Cost Plus World Market will have this. So just got to go back there
is it healthy?
for that. Yes, it was a spice. I can't remember what it is off
Oh,
the top of my head though.
because I'm not
Um,
about to be like hell yeah.
no, yeah, no, it was like it was just like a soup spice.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was, but yeah, so that was on the list there. So I'm like, oh, clearly Canadians on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
my child
and
having access to the
obviously
grocery.
that will definitely quench any type of carbonated cravings for sure. I
Yes.
absolutely I love it, but I do everything to excessive points, so I have to take breaks in between things. So
Well,
now it's been
again,
a
I
while.
the Lidl by me is currently out of the seltzers I buy because I bought them all. So they have not replenished the shelf space. It was taken over by I think olive oils. So who knows why?
Really?
Um,
Okay.
yeah, they just kind of took the olive oils to the left of it, which they have this section of like very much like I don't know, like they just have a section of like random interesting things they get in small quantities
Okay.
sometimes. So above it is a bunch of pesto, below it is a bunch of like all Greek olive oils in tiny glass bottles, and then it used to be like a whole stack of seltzers, and now the seltzers have been replaced. Just they just kind of
Have you
shove.
continued to leave Alice in Wonderland trails of cans
Yeah,
over your
no,
house?
kid loves it, and there's just cans everywhere. So, kid loves it. She's like, why is there like a quarter empty bottle of seltzer here? This is flat. Why did you leave this? But she's been on this whole gym kick lately, and every day because we share a grocery list, and I'll get alerts when she adds stuff to it.
Mm-hmm.
And lately, it's been twice a week. Ding! Mila added bananas to the shopping list. Fine.
Hey, potassium, fiber. There's a
Oh, I
lot
know.
worse
She's
things to
like,
eat.
yeah, I know. She's going. I'm like, I was cleaning out the freezer. I'm like, child, there's like 18 pounds of frozen fruit in this freezer. Would it kill you to make a smoothie a week? Could really put a dent in this.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
she's was it today? There was one of her bananas was getting brown, and she's like, I'm gonna put this in the freezer to make banana bread later. I'm like, no, you won't. Stop just lying to yourself. Now you're just filling my freezer with frozen bananas. So I'm just gonna
There's
have to like
even
press her,
these
be like,
there's even these yogurt or or whatever ice cream replacement bars that are like frozen yogurt, right? Some froyo stuff.
Yeah.
I've been buying. They're called Yasso, and they're delightful.
Oh.
Yasso. A box of 6 is I don't know.
Yeah, so frozen yogurt bars?
Yeah, there's like a caramel sea salt one that is so good.
Look at that.
They're
Greek
so
yogurt bar.
good.
I
And
don't like. I mean, I might have to try them. I
doesn't
haven't been.
taste
I
like
mean,
yogurt.
I don't like frozen. I don't like. Sorry, not frozen. I don't like Greek yogurt because I don't like the sourness of Greek yogurt.
Doesn't taste like yogurt.
Like yogurt. Sea salt caramel
And
fudge brownie bars.
it's high in protein because it's yogurt.
Yes.
So that helps.
Chocolate chip
And then the
cookies.
only other thing that I buy
dough bars. There we go.
religiously is 2 types of Power Crunch bars, which I will literally like inhale half the bar, sometimes 3/4 of it, before I go to the gym, because I need to eat something before going to the gym.
Oh my god!
And
you know
those
what?
Power Crunch bars, there's triple chocolate, and then there's peanut butter chocolate, and those are the only 2 that I buy. There's been other ones that I've tried, like strawberry or red velvet, but they taste too artificial, and I really like the chocolate and the peanut butter ones.
I'm gonna explain how apparently this is a sign from God or the universe that I must try the chocolate chip cookie dough bars from Yasso.
Oh, okay.
The first review on top, verified buyer. I really like chocolate chip cookie dough bars. Ordering through the company is much easier than looking for them everywhere in the stores. The review was written by a Phil G.
There you go. And I've had those.
Oh, I'm like, my God, apparently I already love these so much I wrote a review in the future, and it's come back to haunt me.
There was, in another timeline, those were the first ones that I tried, was the chocolate chip cookie dough one. So that's what sold me.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, then. Find in store, here I come. Okay, where to buy? Tell me more. See, find in the store, spinny, spinny. No whammies, no whammies. No, nothing. Find a store, fine. You're gonna freaking disappoint me.
Little babies. You guys eat all your food? They did. Oh, you guys even went outside? Oh, I got the best pepperones.
Apparently, I can get these from Instacart.
I've never ordered any type of groceries.
I know. I don't order. No, I don't. It seems like such a convenient. It seems like such a convenient solution, but I feel like I have trust issues.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's if I had to place it, I think that's where it is. I have trust issues with other people picking my groceries. It's not like I'm buying that much fresh fruit and veg that I'm like, no, the bananas you pick for my child will be the greatest disappointment of my life.
The other side of that coin is ordering groceries, right? That you can do a pickup. You know, when you go and just pick up the groceries, like, or whatever you call it.
Yes.
Where they put them in the trunk of your car.
Yes.
And you make sure to check off no substitutes. I don't trust people to pick out what I think is the equivalent of the original thing.
I have
no way.
One of my also one of my podcasters talks about it. He lives in San Francisco, and he always has stories about this on his podcast about the complete debacles that the substitutes become. For example, I need a pack of number 4 coffee filters. He has received 2 packs of number 2 coffee filters because 2 + 2 = 4.
Listen, if you can't math, go home.
No, number 4 coffee filters is not the same as 2 number 2. I cannot stitch them together. But the other one is that or he'll get photos from the thing of, he'll say like, I would like number 2, like 2% milk, and he'll get a photo of like almond milk in like chocolate and be like, is this an acceptable substitute? No, no, it's not. Where did you even?
Oh my
But the Wegmans around the corner from me seems to have 21 of the selected options. Apparently, I can get birthday cake, black raspberry. I may be going to Wegmans after our episode here and
That's
picking
fine.
up
I
a
may have to
chocolate.
cut it short because this child is soaking wet.
Soaking wet. That's it. It did rain in your
And
neck
I
of
was
the
about to
woods.
pick him up. He's completely soaked underneath. And we didn't do burrito because there's no towel at the door. And he wants to be picked up like a toddler again. And he's completely soaked. So, guess what I'm going to be doing in the next couple minutes?
Chasing a dog around with a towel.
No, he'll voluntarily jump in as soon as I hold it open. And I go,
Mm.
burrito, and he'll sprint and like have me hug him. He's prepared for that
That's
kind
adorable.
of thing. Yeah.
I see a towel, and he runs the other way because he assumes that means bath.
Yeah, no, he's not a fan of that, but burrito means something completely different. It means come and
Yeah,
dry
if
your
he's-
ass because I don't want you walking on the sofa
Yeah.
with your wet paws. Oh,
Well, that's
thank
I
you.
mean, again, having a corgi, Mister, what's it
Thank
called?
you.
A
Hold on,
low
hold on,
undercarriage.
Hold on. I know.
I get the same
Come
problem.
Here, burrito. Come here. Come on. Oh my god, look at this buddy guy. Look at this.
It's the
Oh,
it's the baby Jesus.
yes. It's the Virgin Gary.
It's the Virgin Mary.
What a good boy.
Oh Christ! I feel like we may have some problems if I make the show art in AI with a dog looking like the baby Jesus bundled in a towel.
It's gonna be completely like the title says ramen and recipes, and then you have
It's
this
gonna
is
be a
not
dog
Betty
bundled
Crocker.
in a towel.
Like, Betty Crocker sure looks different. Amen. Huh? Yeah. Yes.
Virgin
We
Gary.
we three chihuahuas. All right, good boy. All right, go. There you go. Good job. Oh, are you excited? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Peach Melba. Place half a peach on a mound of vanilla ice cream. Serve. These are the greatest goddamn recipes in some cases.
It's like hamburgers. Go drive through. Bring home bag.
Yeah.
Serve.
Go to McDonald's. Yeah. Go to McDonald's. Buy some. Yeah. I genuinely cannot wait to crack into this with Heather because they make me laugh. What was the one? There's definitely some edible ones. I would say edible. They're all edible, but there's ones that Mila was like, "Oh wait, can we do that?" I think one was like you go get it's like it was like pan fried potatoes, and it was like go buy a can of peeled cooked new potatoes, slice, place in butter in saucepan, serve. Like she's like that kind of sounds good. Potatoes and butter. I'm like yeah.
I mean, but there's other ways to go about it, Mila. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
So
warm up potato. Serve.
Warm up potato.
Thanks. Like, thanks
but again,
a lot.
Dinner for two.
Oh my god.
425.
Is that supposed to be like a Cornish hen? Because it's a very small chicken.
Oh yeah. I guess maybe.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It looks like someone's fist doing this.
Yeah. There is a. So it's mostly black and white, but occasionally has the interstitial pages of like full color. Actually, the thing I love on these. Oh, let me find one. The thing that got me hooked on this was the absolutely amazing artwork and illustrations because they're so 50s.
Oh, I like this. That's very Jetsons. I'm enjoying it.
So good. But on the color pages, one of the things that I found in here was like they have a section further back and it just says luau, and it's just so many hilarious things. You're like, luau, what have you? Yeah, a Hawaiian luau, and it's just this cross section of like not even sure what.
that looks like, hey kids, what is a luau to you? And they're like, popsicles with grapes. They're like, yes.
Grapes.
Yeah.
Oh, only to be bested by an evening with Paris or an evening in Paris, where I'm like, what? What in the actual hell is some of these things on this page?
Buddy guy. First of all, where's the French dressing and all of that? And why
I know.
is there
It's
4
an
balls of
eclair.
mozzarella cheese in Paris?
Yeah. Oh no, that's the thing is that what is it? Page 168, 169. God knows what that is. Because it's like biscuits probably made from Bisquick and eclair also probably made from Bisquick. If it's not, go to the store and buy an eclair. Because I feel like an eclair is too many steps for this book sometimes. But 168, 169. Now I kind of want to know what that mystery, because it's peas. What I assume is, yeah, peas French style. I mean, what makes them French style? Really?
It's the beret.
They come with beret. Oh Christ! Yeah. No, I wish I was kidding. No, chocolate eclairs. Follow directions on Betty Croker package of cream puff mix.
I mean, they're not wrong. It is a.
They're not wrong.
Long cream puff.
Yeah. Buttered potato balls. I think that's what that is. And then veal a la Madelon. Veal a la Madelon.
I'll believe
Boneless
you.
veal cut in butt-sized piece. Butt-sized piece.
I love that.
1 cup boiling water, 1 cup heavy cream. Ooh.
That's a lot of butts.
That's a lot of butts. Oh, truly. But anyway, oh God. Anything else we gotta?
No, I think that pretty much wraps it up.
That pretty much wraps it up. You want to talk about the giant mosquitoes that are infesting your house next week?
No, let's talk about the mosquitoes on Monday and about the other thing that I said we can't mention until Monday, which I will not mention right now.
No, it's just slated for episode 19.
Yes.
Nyxi, what do you mean?
Yeah, I'll explain it to you, but it's all good.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm fine. That was good. That was very fun. Thank you for your time. I hope your computer doesn't poop out in the next few weeks and it just keeps on trucking.
Yeah, and I feel like it is predictable trucking. That's what I have in my life. I have predictable trucking.
If you find if you try any of those recipes, please share the photos.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I will as I make these, I will definitely share because it amuses me to no end some of these recipes, and yeah. That's
great. Well, thank you, Phil.
Right.
This was good. I'll see you on Monday. Thanks everyone for listening, watching, and we will catch you next week. Have a good weekend.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.